What's up, guys? So we're up here. It is, you can tell it's cold, northwest North Carolina. We are doing some private land stuff today, but we're trail hunting. We've got a good idea of where they're coming in and maybe coming out. I've hunted this place a few times, but hopefully we're going to get a buck on the ground. We haven't seen one in a couple weeks, and they're up and moving definitely. We've already seen probably 8 deer on the road and already up in here, so we hadn't bumped them just driving in, but wish us luck. You think we should just do off the ground then? It's an option. Well, let's do it then. That's a deer. Just say, there's a deer right in front of you. Get your bow ready. Oh my gosh. Hang on. I'm on it whenever you're ready. I'm on it. She's gonna turn. She's gonna turn right. Where I'm sitting on the ground. Where I'm sitting on the ground, I could not move with her not seeing me. Obviously, I made that one little twitch because I'm sitting crisscross. She came in on us before we could even get on her knees. And I'm not going to take a shot where I'm not sure that I can kill that deer. And I had my pin on her as she blew, or as she kind of just was like, oh, what the heck, and then took off. And truthfully, I'm glad I didn't take the shot now because I'm just shaking. I am too. I'm shaking so cool. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna sit here for a little bit longer. Maybe there's some more following her. She didn't blow real loud or anything, and she just took off. She smelled her ground scent, but she was totally cool. Oh my gosh, Lane, that was so cool. We could have killed a freaking doe right there. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I do not hate you. In fact, I love you. I love you very much. Hey, we had a deer come within 11 yards of us.
Who's we?
Me and my frog in the bucket.
Who are you with?
Who do you think I'm with?
Lane.
I'd be careful. He's hearing everything you're saying.
I like Lane. I don't have a problem with it.
It's a long beard. Yeah. I'm all zoomed in. Here.
up, y'all? Me and Josiah here with another table talk hunt breakdown reflection
Whatever this
conversation.
thing. Yeah, you know.
But we're just gonna talk about kind of what y'all just saw.
And it was a lot. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is our decision to not go up in a tree at like, we got there super early because at that point, you know, where it's getting light now, like 7:30, we were like, okay, well, we've got to be there probably by 6, put up our stand by 6:15-ish.
It's that we're hunting about an hour.
It's an hour away, at least an hour away. But either way, we were going up in the tree, and you know it was as still can be. It was a full moon, and you know we were making some noise going through the woods, and we were kind of scouting our way in as well because I knew for a fact that there were trails all through here. I'd hunted a trail,
and the deer are bedded literally within 100 yards of this place because this time of the year in October they're not really moving far from their beds. You know, they bed kind of close to food source, and they're pretty much just staying in a little area.
Yeah.
But we decided that we were making too much racket. We were going up in some kind of, it wasn't a poplar tree, it was just a bushy tree. But anyway.
I don't know what it was, but it was a tree that we should have been trying to go up in the first place. But either way, we decided, you know, I was just like, Lane, do you want to try off the ground? Because, you know, in our last video, we learned that, hey, if you go up and you make that noise and they hear that and it echoes too in these mountains and these still days, that could drive a deer away. And so we opted to go off the ground, and so we were kind of working our way back up towards a ridge line.
Yeah.
Because the sun rises on that side of the ridge, and so we would be literally, as a deer looks at us, just in the sunlight, so they wouldn't really see us.
And that's another thing to talk about with concealment. We chose to take the high ground. Always take the high ground of the deer. The deer's going to be lower. It's going to be more of a struggle for them to look up in an up direction than them to be eye level. So we still had that tree stand kind of effect because we were above them.
Yeah.
But we just literally cleared out some leaves, tucked up under a tree, and this is one thing that's important in ground hunting. Take all the leaves to where you're going to be sitting, take them out.
Clear it out.
Just clear it all out.
Literally go down to the ground where you are having just dirt. And so we did that. And that took us probably like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, but it sounds natural, like a possum or something kicking around.
Yeah, just kind of moving around, or, you know, raccoons going back at the kind of break of day. And either way, so we did that, and then we essentially set up, you know, and we waited probably, I would say, 30, 45 minutes until first light, really. Just sitting there on the ground as still. We didn't talk really even that whole time. And then once it got daybreak, we had about 10 minutes of zero action because I believe official sunrise was like 7:24.
Yeah. And
you saw that deer come in at 7:38. But either way, you know, at that point, me and Lane is more, he's behind me.
Yeah.
And were you on your knees or were you squatted?
I was just sitting like an Indian. Crisscross applesauce.
Well, see, I was sitting like crisscross applesauce too, and I never thought it would fail me. You know, my 3rd grade teacher, crisscross applesauce. It's going to not fail you till you die, but it failed me today.
Bit you in the butt, didn't it?
It did. It really killed me. I was sitting there, and then, you know, you see in the video, and as I reflect on the hunt, Lane's like, hey, deer, deer, deer. And I was just like, what, seriously? Like, there's no way this is actually going to work.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's another thing, too. We didn't think that ground hunting was going to work at all.
No.
In all reality.
Because, I mean, you're defeating an animal ground level. Deer can already pick people off so easily in a tree. You would think they could pick you off super easy on the ground.
Exactly.
But with these ghillie suits, face paint, I mean, we took all the extra precautions.
And we found a good spot too.
Super
you know, with
bushy
good cover.
Place,
you know, a few clear shooting lanes, probably basketball size to shoot through. And we went in, and by the time that deer was coming down that trail, she comes in and she sniffs something. We're not sure what she sniffs, or maybe a bird flew in or what. She got a little jumpy there at first, and because we didn't even cross that trail at that juncture, we did not cross that trail. We crossed it a little bit coming up, more to the left of that scene, but we didn't cross it there. And so, either way, when she turns around, and she kind of feeds off, and she's still walking in front, and you're probably thinking to yourself, why is he not shooting her? Why is he not shooting her? Well, I'm still sitting crisscross applesauce, and this is my first time ground hunting as well, and I should have, looking back on it, moved, you know, just a little bit as her head's down, literally just as easy as this right here. And I could have, if I did that, when she
brings her head around and she walks through that trail, and you see me at full draw and having that pin close to her. It wasn't on her. All she had to do was take one more step and she was going to be down. But because I was sitting crisscross applesauce, I could not rotate my torso without making enough movement eye level with the deer to not be picked off. And so when I make this one little move, literally just like that, she instantly, that head draws up.
She starts looking towards you, so they kind of meet. He starts moving, and then she
just moves right as well. And so I picked the wrong time to make a movement. And so I think that's a big thing that I learned is learning when to move, when I can get away with those movements, especially on the ground when they are so in tune with everything.
Right. But for the rest of the video, we pretty much just try to do a little still hunting. We're mostly scouting, but still hunting at the same time. We run into a doe, and she runs across, and we set up on that trail that she was using.
Yeah.
No more deer really came through. We just didn't feel confident. So we kept on going. We bumped some more deer. We found this awesome bedding area, and you'll see us there Saturday morning, the next video probably.
It's sick.
It's a really good place, guys. So, I mean, we just set up close to the bedding area. I mean, you can set up on these trails. If you find a heavily trail, you don't always have to use a stand, and we're going to have to set up on the ground close to this bedding area because we don't have many deer stands. We're mobile hunters. So we're just going to have to go straight up in there, set up on the ground, and that'll be the stealthiest, most effective way.
And if you're weary about it, or if you're leery about it even too, I think it's a plausible option because for one, deer are so used to, especially us being in the southeast, like people being up in a tree. And so, you know,
they're looking up in a tree more than they are on the ground.
They are looking down. And two, finding that place with concealment, because you see in the video, like, we have a tree in front of us, we have all this like undergrowth of green and lush stuff all around us, and so we blend in with our gillies. Right. And that's what this place that we found. We've got a place with like a ton of briars, so we're probably going to get stuck a few times. But at the same time,
they're bedding in those briars, though. Nothing can get to them in those briars, and they're going to be taken out of those briars and heading towards the oaks where those deer were. So it's a perfect funnel through those pines. Like, it is going to work. It's going to be glorious.
Yeah, and it's, you know, we're going to do the same thing. We're not leaving any ground scent. We're just going to hunt it once. We're not going to burn it out. But yeah.
And it's supposed to rain that day after, so.
Yeah, it rained.
If you decide to ground hunt, look at the forecast, and if there's rain coming in, it's just going to wash all your scent away, and you're good after that.
Yeah.
But be prepared for the next video because it's going to be action-packed.
And don't be mad at me.
Don't be mad at him.
Don't be mad at me,
This is his first time ground hunting.
If I'm not confident in a shot, I'm not going to take it. And I feel like that is the responsibility of any hunter. If you're not confident in that shot, where honestly I could have taken a shot when I really just turned really quick, but I chose not to. And so always think about that as well. And don't be mad at me, please. All right, I'll get one on the ground soon enough. I've already got one. I'm really waiting for a buck, I'll be honest with you. But
he'll prove himself Saturday, guys. So
we'll see. The Unsuccessful Hunters out.